Hey everyone, Close-Up Knife Reviews, doing a close-up review of this blade here, this knife. This will be the most controversial knife video of 2025 that I do and possibly any YouTube channel does. This video is basically Chinese versus American knife manufacturers, and anybody that's been in the knife industry a long time is going to be familiar with this blade style, this blade shape. You've definitely seen it before. It's very similar to a few other manufacturers that are producing very high quality blades in the United States here. I'm not going to name those two companies, but they're very well known for producing high quality, very amazing knives. Now, these are Chinese made knives. I don't know how they stack up as far as the strength, if they're being honest about their steel, if they're being honest about their hardness. I can't give you all those specifications. All I can tell you right now is I put these in my hands. They're very high quality. I've compared over 10 of these side by side, looked at all of them. No defects, all done the same. All grinds are the same, very sharp, very pointy. I didn't find any issues with any of the knives. Some of the sheaths they don't fit the same, but of course they're all done by hand, and that's not a deal breaker in my opinion. But so this is a very familiar knife to a lot of people. This is basically what you would call a combat style fighting knife, a self-defense blade, a very nice EDC knife, carry with you in case you need it. But this is something that, you know, a lot of the big, names out there, they're going to be very familiar with this blade. And so let's take a look at it. So this is made by Lengren, 14C28N stainless. You got G10 handles, red liners, and this is a polished, I would say, satin finish. You got jimping on the back. You got a nice lanyard hole rounded over very nicely. The jimping is done very nice. It's very smooth on the edges, kind of rounded over, not sharp on the edges and not sharp on the actual jimping. You can slide your finger over it, but as soon as you press, you get a nice purchase. The scales are very interesting. You can see kind of a circle pattern to the scales. The scales are very symmetrical. You have the relief is the same on both sides exactly. I mean, exactly. You see there's 3 little cutouts here on this side. You got 3 on this side. Everything is perfectly symmetrical. Nothing is not symmetrical. So, I mean, these are all done on a machine. All the blades, I think, are done mostly by a machine because they are so exactly the same. And these are very, very sharp, very, very pokey. Take a look at the grind here. Very nice, very, very sharp. I mean, these are as sharp as you can get a knife. That's what these are. Razor sharp. You got reverse serrations on the top here for self-defense. If you want to basically hook, with this and trap your opponent, in a pekal style. You're going to hold the knife similar to this, and you're going to be able to trap, their arm or another object with the serrations. Fits in the hand very nice. You got about a 4-inch handle, about a 4-inch blade. All the blades, like I said, are very similar in size. They're not, I didn't find one longer than the other or even grinded differently than the other. I mean, the grinds are so similar on all of the knives that I've purchased that it leads me to believe these are not even done by hand. Like, all of these are run through a machine or something because they're so precise. All of the miters on the finger choil are very nicely done. On your bird beak back here, you have all, your edges are rounded off. Nothing is hot or sharp. Everything is flush here, even though it doesn't look like it's flush. These are all flush. You can't really catch a fingernail on any of these. They're all sharp. I mean, flat and smooth. Very nice in the hand. you know, straight across the back, really nice and smooth here. So the 14C28N I think is done really nicely. Here's a logo on this side. And I like, you know, the thumb ramp here. I think it is done just right. I mean, look at the curvature of my thumb. Look at the curvature of the jimping and the blade there. It matches my thumb perfectly. So when I go to push on there, it's not like I'm doing one of these on it or something, or having a weird angle with my hand. It's just nice. So let's take a look at some of the different colors. So this is G10, and the yellow one is G10. This one is micarta, canvas micarta. The difference between this micarta and the G10 ones is it does have two liners. So we can see, you can see a definitive line running all the way down. And if I show you these two back to back, you'll see that the red is thicker on this one than this one. And I don't know if that's because maybe this micarta handle, it runs a little thinner, and they had to thicken it up with some more G10 to get it to fit in the sheaths. I don't know. I don't know why they did that, but they both came with thicker red. So some people might like that. I like all of these, to be honest with you. There is another company as well online that's selling this exact same blade in a different steel with a coating on the blade. And I reached out to them. They did not specify the steel type. They basically listed it as carbon steel without a hardness rating. So I reached out to them. I'm waiting to hear back from them. That is from China. So, you know, guys, this is basically Chinese versus American. This is a war right here. You know, they are producing this knife in direct competition with a few other, you know, makers here in the United States. And like I said, I can't tell you for sure if this is actually the same steel they're claiming and same hardness. I know this knife will get hard use reviews, and people will test this knife and come up with all sorts of answers, good or bad, about this knife. In my opinion, if it is what it is and it is what it says it is, it's a good knife. You know, 14C28N's a decent steel. Actually, it's a really nice steel. And if it's done to those hardness levels, 59 to 60, I want to say it said, 59 to 60 HRC, that would be a nice hard blade. Should stay sharp a long time. This knife is extremely sharp, will slice through paper. This razor sharp. I mean, probably the sharpest knife that I've received out of the box yet. These do come oily, so you will have to wipe some oil off of the knife. I'm not sure why they did that, if it's a stainless, but just to let you know that. So the sheath retention, let's go into that. So the brown ones come with the red sheath. I think there's a couple sheaths that don't lock in perfect, but most of them click nicely. So this one didn't do the nice click that we're all used to. Yeah, I guess it did. So this knife isn't coming out of here. It's solid. It doesn't rattle around in the sheath. Overall nice. You got a drain hole, belt clip. This is adjustable for you know, more positive lock in. You can slide this up or down to tighten up the sheath a little bit and give you a little bit more positive retention. Let's just see what's going on with this other one. So this one doesn't lock in as loud as the other one. And, you know, any color can go with any sheath. You know, this is the yellow one and the black sheath. So it locks in there. But if you want a yellow one, you gotta buy it with the yellow sheath. So if you want to mix and match them, you can definitely do that. That one locks in nice. That's nice. I think these are all pretty nice. The yellow ones came with the belt clip up higher than these ones, and I'm not sure why. And then they're also kind of, these are bigger screws and this one's a little smaller. So they left the little smaller screw here. So, but no big deal. A lot of guys might want to run a tech lock on these. But yeah, these all lock in. This one's a little weaker than, it's not as loud and as tight, but it's in there. It's not going anywhere. I think overall it's a great knife. I think it's done beautifully as far as cosmetics go. And you know, again, guys, I'm not trying to start a war here. I'm letting everybody know this knife that I found. I've been looking at a lot of other American manufacturing websites to find and buy for myself a knife similar to this. You know, a good, nice self-defense knife, an everyday carry knife. And there's two big manufacturers, and I wouldn't say they're big, but they're two well-known manufacturers in the knife community that make a very nice combat knife. And you know, I can't compare because I haven't owned the other brands, but I know that they make a very high quality product, and their fans are just, they love it. They love the knives. And there's a third company also that makes a knife almost exactly like this one. And you know, that all those knives are, you know, right around 300 bucks, somewhere in there. This one on was $46 on Amazon, and I don't know if it will be produced in much longer. I don't know if they'll be produced in large batches or small batches, or but there's only a few left at the time of this video. And I did reach out to the manufacturer about if they're going to produce this again. I don't know if they're going to produce it for years and years and years, or if it's a short run, small batch. I couldn't tell you. All I know is when I saw this and I saw the price and I saw that it was stainless, and you know, I had been looking at all these other companies, and you know, very close to, you know, spending 350 bucks on a knife. And you know, a knife like this, for me, I wanted two matching, two. You know, if I'm going to be doing anything, you know, self-defense wise, I think carrying two of these is better than one. And so that's what I wanted to do. So, you know, and then when I found these, I was just like, okay, they're available, I'll just get them. You know, and some of these other places are doing their knives in drops, and I guess this company is also doing them in smaller drops, and I don't know, you know, how long this will be available. But guys, I think this is a really great knife. And you know, I know this is going to be a very controversial video. Feel free to, you know, leave your comments. Let's try to keep everything clean. And again, guys, I'm not trying to hurt any American knife manufacturers at all. I love all you guys. I'm subscribed to all you guys. But I'm just here to share with you a knife that I want to review because I think it's great. I think it's beautiful. And it appealed to me. And so again, I love all you guys. I love all your channels. I'm subscribed to all, you know, all that, you know, the great knife places that I can be at right now. And you know, this is going to be a controversial video, maybe the most controversial video of 2025. You know, Chinese versus American made knives, combat knives, fighting style knives, everyday carry. You know, you could label this knife a whole lot of things. And you know, this knife is going to shake up America. This is going to shake up the American knife manufacturers for sure. Because of its price, its availability, and you know, and that kind of thing. So guys, I was a little hesitant on doing this video because I don't want to promote, you know, let's say a close copy or a replica of somebody else's designs. That's not what this video is about, and I don't know how they're even able to do that. But you know, this is a very nice knife, and great price, and I don't know how they're able to even make it for the price that they're selling it for. So to be completely honest, like, I look at this and think there's got to be some hours and some man hours and some time, and some of this stuff has to be done by hand, I would think, you know, the sheaths and the putting the scales on, and some of that's got to be handwork. So I just don't know how they're able to produce it for that price. And so if this knife appeals to you, I'd say go make a purchase and don't wait, because I don't know how much longer they'll be around. There is another company, like I said, I think early in the video, that that I'm reaching out to that makes these exact same blade shapes, handles, everything's the same except for the steel is going to be different. And then there's going to be a coating on the blade, and there's going to be one more handle color. And I'm reaching out to that person that's selling those and trying to learn about the steel, because it just says carbon steel and it doesn't say anything else, and it doesn't give us a Rockwell hardness. So I'm a little hesitant to buy something that just says carbon steel, no hardness label on there. This, however, does have a hardness label, does tell you what the steel is. And I do like a polished blade versus a painted one. I know, it's not as tactical for all you tactical guys out there. You might want a less reflective type of blade. Me personally, if I'm going to carry this a lot, I might want to, cut my food with it. And my experience in the kitchen with painted knives is not very good, because the paint starts chipping off your knife, and you wonder, is it in my food? Where'd the paint go to? And so me personally, I like a polished blade like this, you know. Um, and I think these will test out great. I think they'll be strong. I think they're going to be what they say they're going to be as far as the hardness and far as the steel goes. I'm sure these will get tested, and you guys will let me know. But guys, I hope that you give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please share this video. I know this video has the potential to go viral in the knife community, and and I hope that there's respect shown on all levels for myself, for this channel, for the American knife manufacturers, and just for everybody all around. I know there's some other channels reviewing this brand, and what I've seen of this brand so far is good. They're flexing their power, is what I have seen. They're producing very, very thick blades as far as the stock goes. The thickness of the blade. They're producing some heavy duty, high quality blades that are just choppers, and they're selling them at a very affordable price. And from what I've seen so far, a lot of the knife reviews about knives from this company, they're saying, how can this knife be produced for this price? They're just not even understanding it, from American perspective. Here in America, it's like our quality knives, they cost a lot. So they're flexing their power, and they're trying to compete, I think, with the knife manufacturers here. And so that's another reason I think this video is going to go viral. I think it's going to be very controversial, probably the most controversial knife video I might ever do, and maybe the most controversial knife video on YouTube for years, because this is very interesting. And I specifically didn't say everything I wanted to say about this design and about this knife and about the original design and the original designers. And I'm trying to be very vague because I don't want to hurt anyone or any companies. And I know this knife is very special to a lot of people. And so that's another reason I wanted to just get this out here and share this and give you my 2 cents on this, guys. And I know this video is going to blow up. The comments are going to blow up. And that's fine. But like I said before, let's keep it respectful. Let's not try to hurt anybody, in the comments. I know some people are going to say, oh, these, American companies are overpriced, and this is proof. This isn't proof. This is not proof, because a lot of these smaller knife companies, they're making these blades by hand, and they have to touch each blade 50 times before it actually gets to you. And so there's a lot of work that goes into knife making. And I don't know if this company just has the ability to, like a conveyor belt, and they send them on down the line, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I do know that the people in China probably work at a very reduced hourly rate. And so maybe they're able to, make these more affordably than, people here in America. And, I don't know what to think about these guys. I was debating whether to even do this video or not. But I want to get this out to you guys, and I want to get your thoughts on it. And, guys, again, I just want to urge everybody to be very respectful of the companies here in America that might be affected by a knife like this. So, again, guys, thank you so much for staying tuned all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe, please share this video, please comment, and you know, try to find this knife and buy it if it appeals to you. I don't know how long it's going to be available, so I am going to do more videos on these knives in specific colors and things like that, and I'm also going to buy these other blades, even if they're just junk. I'm going to buy them and review them as well, just to show you guys, you know, what else is available in a blade shape like this. So guys, please, please, please subscribe. Please share, comment, give this a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. And again, guys, let's all be just respectful of these knife makers, because I'm not trying to produce this video to hurt anyone. You know, maybe it will inspire everyone as well. So thank you, guys.